Review of the Oakland Athletics, a case study for EXSS 324 by Cameron Johnson. So first off, who owns the Oakland A's? Is it Gap heir John Fisher purchased the Oakland Athletics for $180 million in 2005, and Forbes reports that the franchise valuation is now $1.18 billion as of the 2023 season. The franchise is a multiple investor model, although it's believed John Fisher owns around 90% of the team after he after minority owner Lou Wolf sold 10% of stake to Fisher in 2016. And it's also been reported that longtime executive and the inspiration of the movie Moneyball, Billy Beanes, owns 4% share of the team. So John Fisher allegedly said to team employees in a 2019 meeting that a lot of people know him as the cheap owner, and his actions back up his words. The Athletics payroll has ranked 25th or lower in 14 out of 18 seasons of Fisher's ownership. The team refused to pay minor leaguers a $400 a week stipend during COVID when the minor league season was canceled altogether. Minor league players have received low quality, unhealthy food, and it's safe to say that the A's are not close to the luxury tax penalty. So continuing a commitment to low payrolls, the Athletics were successful from 2018 to 2021. They had a winning record every year. They made the playoffs 3 times in that span, and they've had a lot of stars come through Oakland. And after an 86 and 76 season in 2021, where the A's barely missed the playoffs, they traded away Matt Olson and Matt Chapman, who have both been stars for the Braves and the Blue Jays respectively. And these are just the tip of the iceberg, and instead of committing to a quality team, the A's chose to blow it up. Now in 2022, the A's were the second worst team in baseball and had a payroll of only $50 million. And then this season, the A's are the worst team in baseball and also have the worst payroll in the MLB. And other players that have left Oakland in just the last decade are Josh Donaldson, who's won an MVP, Yoenis Cespedes, Sonny Gray, Marcus Semien. You have a couple others such as John Lester and Ben Zobrist, who both won a World Series. Liam Hendricks, one of the best closers in baseball, and Max Muncy, a perennial star for the Dodgers. And it's fair to wonder if John Fisher has intentionally traded players away to tank the team performance, which would decrease attendance and improve his case for a relocation. So Oakland plays its games in the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, which is privately financed by Robert Nahas for $24 million in 1966. The Athletics played their first game there in 1968 after a relocation from Kansas City. The stadium sponsors are Anheuser-Busch, Chevrolet, Chevron, Coca-Cola, Ava Air, Gilead Sciences, Kaiser Permanente, Mechanics Bank, and State Farm. And it's estimated by Forbes that the franchise generated $30 million from gate receipts in 2022. And the Oakland Coliseum is the main point of contention for the A's relocation because it is beyond disrepair and it's really limited the financial upside of the team. The franchise had a stadium naming rights agreement with Ring Central. It was agreed before the 2022 season to run for 3 years, paying about $1.1 million per year. But then before this season, this naming rights agreement was terminated, and this revenue generated from the stadium naming rights agreement was big in maintaining game day operations. So the A's short-term financial outlook is even more strenuous than it was in the past few years. The A's have an agreement to a regional sports network with NBC Sports California. that pays the team about $1 billion from a span of 2009 to 2029, and they have an opt-out available after 2023. And it said that the A's received $53 million in 2022 from the contract. And so with the regional sports network in its tenuous position, it's going to be curious to see how these figures are impacted both in the short and long term as the team explores relocation. So, in short, what is the economic outlook of the 2023 Oakland Athletics? So they earned $29 million in operating income in 2022 because of the very low payroll, but it is unclear. Teams can report. The A's have claimed that they lost money. There's a lot of wiggle room in terms of reporting your overall profit, so it's unclear if the A's actually have earned money, but Forbes says they've turned a slight profit, and this could become tougher in 2023 because their payroll raised from $50 million to $61 million, and they no longer have that stadium rights naming agreement with Ring Central, and because of the Coliseum, how dilapidated it is, and how bad the team is as of right now, then financial prosperity is unlikely while the team remains in the Oakland Coliseum, which is why they've been looking for new stadiums around the Bay Area, now in Las Vegas for so long. So the team has a marketing campaign rooted in Oakland, which is very ironic now with relocation to Las Vegas imminent. An agreement for a $1.5 billion stadium set to open in 2028 appears likely. And the A's also with a new agreement to a ballpark, assuming there aren't any complications, and they're set to receive much more money in revenue sharing. And then the value of the Las Vegas move, it's reported that actually with the regional sports network model seeming to be collapsing, that they're not going to make nearly as much money from that in Las Vegas, but they're going to make much more money from being able to host concerts and other sorts of events in the ballpark, which is something that's not happening in the Coliseum. And now a nicer ballpark and what will probably be a better team will vastly improve the attendance, and so this is why the A's want to relocate to Vegas so much. And also they've had their relocation fee waived, which will further help their financial status. And these are the works cited. And then there's more on this page. Thank you for listening.